recipe, it says all-purpose flour, water, salt, and unsalted butter. I'm not using salted butter because it contains more. If I use salted butter, it has more salt than if I just use unsalted butter. Unsalted butter. Okay, I don't know what I pressed. I think I liked. I think it's okay. Okay, so what you guys are gonna do at home, these quantities are the ones you have in your recipe. Okay, so you know all this much of flour that you have to use. So I'm just gonna dump it in one container where you can have everything together. You know, a bowl can work too. You're gonna make a well here in the center. I'm just using this, but you can just, do it with your hands too. So you need room temperature butter. I'm going to put it here. Like I said, unsalted butter, any brand you want, it's fine. And then we need hot water. So the water I needed hot just to the point where it's not boiling, okay? No boiling water. I don't want it warm. I just want it like hot to the point. I always like to touch it with this part of my finger and see if it's like hot enough, okay? You don't wanna be like burning your fingers for this, okay? If you guys have any questions, please feel free, to raise your hand and I'll be happy to answer the questions. Okay, so I put the salt here in this container.
What you use the salted, you use that salted, you use an unsalted butter?
Unsalted butter. Yeah, I said because if I use salted butter, it's gonna have a higher quantity of salt. Okay? So I'm not using a lot. Okay. So this is hot, it's not boiling. So first you need to do like a somewhere. You're gonna mix water with the salt, okay, until it dissolves. Maybe like 1 minute, okay? You don't wanna see any salt like that is not dissolved, okay? Sometimes just a little bit that is left, but it's okay. So now, when like I already stir it, I'm gonna put half of the water here. And I'm going to start pressing the dough with the flour. Pressing the butter with the flour, okay? And I wanna do like a ball, dough. So why not cold butter? Because it's not gonna be the same. We use cold butter when we wanna make what is it? Pie dough. You use cold butter, but not for this recipe, for the empanadas. Okay, so I'm gonna continue adding the water. Let's say, for example, you give it a try and you like the recipe and you wanna make more. This recipe is just for 6 empanadas, okay? But you wanna make more, so you can double, triple the recipe. If you have a stand mixer at home, you can use it. It'll be faster, than just you doing it with your hand. And I'm just saying because bigger quantities, they mix better in a bigger, mixer. So I'm just trying to put everything together here. Yes.
The added herb and bindi.
Perfect. Thank you for asking. Okay. So first of all, you know that stand mixer has 3 attachments: the whisk, the paddle, and the hook. So you will use the hook for this, and you just throw the flour, the butter in the center. You add half of the water like I did right now. And once it starts mixing with the hook, you add the rest, just little by little, and you will see everything is gonna start to incorporate, okay? Then you let it meat for about like 3 more minutes. And then you will see that everything came out like out of the bowl. Nothing is to stick on the. So that's what I'm gonna do right now here. Do you mind getting me some, what is it? Oh, no, it's that way. What, they have water? They have butter of water. Okay, so I'm just gonna mix this. Until like everything is well combined, okay? So you guys see that I didn't put any baking powder, any yeast, right? Usually when we make like breads, it goes with yeast or baking powder, something to rise the dough. This one doesn't have any of that. So you have to let this dough rest just to, thank you so much. Oh, it's fine. Oh, yeah, I just wanted to drink.
Oh.
Thank you. A bottle of water will be great. Thank you. Always have my bottle of water with me and the rush and everything. I forgot. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So, what I was saying. Okay. So this dough is never going to elevate. Okay. This dough is just gonna, you need to let the gluten rest. That's the only thing. I love this recipe because every time I make it, I just like smell it. It's the smell of butter. But to be honest, it reminds me of my grandma. I'm like, oh, my childhood, it reminds me of my grandmother that she used to make, like tortillas or something. So it reminds me, her. And this is a very good recipe. You're gonna like it. So, okay. You can use it to make flour tortillas. Yeah, you can use it. Okay, so you guys see I have the dough. Okay, it's all like, it came all together, kind of like a Play-Doh. And it's fun, even like kids can do this, So that's good. I'm just gonna knead it for a little bit. And I need to put it in a plastic bag. I think I had a plastic bag where the samples came. Where did the samples go? I'm like looking for the samples. I don't have it. I believe so. If not, it's okay, Alejandra. Oh, she has the samples in the bag. I'm looking for the samples. Where are they? Okay. So this is my dough. I'm just gonna let it rest. It's over here. Now I'm gonna show you how to make the filling, okay? Oh, perfect. Thank you. I'm making you run. Está caliente, so está caliente. Okay. Okay. So you just put it in a plastic bag and you're gonna let it rest. Okay? So this is one of the things that you can do ahead of time. Okay? You can bake the empanadas the day of. So the day before you make this, and I'm gonna show you how to make the disc, like the tortillas, circles, and then you can keep them in the refrigerator and make them the day of. You're gonna have your family over. Okay. So right now I'm gonna make the filling. So I have olive oil. Okay, olive oil. And I'm gonna put it in my pan. Okay. And I want to ask you something. Do you guys cry when you chop onion? Yes. Does anyone knows a trick? Chew gum, okay. Wrap the potato. Nice. Okay, somebody else. What is it? Say picado, that was. Yes, say picado. What is it? Yes.
I do that too, but it's still.
It's still sometimes, right?
So,
So many things that people say. Yeah, so many things that people say that I try them, like a couple, and I'm like, no, one lady told me, oh, you have to light up a candle. Like next to the, probably, I don't know, it's kind of like all that gases, it has like a chemical that makes, makes you cry. It's funny because growing up, well, I think when I went to college, my friends were like, oh, if you cry, it's because you're very jealous. You're a very jealous person. I wasn't crying. I don't know how, but I was holding on my, my cry. So, okay. So now the onion, the oil is kind of hot. And I want you guys to see this before I dump everything there. Okay. You guys see the amount of onion, the amount of meat?
Yeah.
Yes? Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it. This is, and very little bit. Yeah, a little bit of meat. You guys see that? I want to point that out because, like, personally, I don't like onions that much. I mean, I like them, but not like this quantity. But you're gonna be amazed by how, like, by cooking this onion for a long, like a longer period of time, it's gonna develop like a sweet taste. Okay, it's not gonna be that like strong. It's kind of like when you guys ask for, well, I love grilled onion, like on my burger.
Yeah.
Oh, grilled onions, please. So the more they grill it, the more sweeter it becomes. Okay, so it's kind of like here. It's kind of like the same. Here, the onion is not gonna be that strong. All the spices are gonna be more like, you're gonna taste more like the spices more than the onion. Okay, it's gonna give like a very sweet and nice taste. Okay, so you guys have your recipe for the filling. It's this one on this side. Okay, I already put the olive oil, onion, and then I need red bell pepper. Red bell pepper, okay? If you guys don't have red bell pepper, you can use green pepper, okay? I designed my classes just to be easy for you, ingredients that I know you will have at home. Okay, and if you are not used to this, don't worry, you can use green pepper, yellow pepper, it's okay, but just use bell pepper, okay? So I'm just gonna let this saute for a little bit. And let me tell you one more thing. So this filling, you can make it 1 or 2 days ahead of time, okay? Do you guys notice that sometimes when you have a leftover, it tastes better? Yes? Okay. So this one, it's kind of like the same thing. The filling, it's gonna rest all of the flavors, everything. Then you put them in the refrigerator, next day, you can use it, okay? So you're gonna, when you fill out the empanadas, you're gonna fill them out with the filling cold. And there is nothing wrong because everything is already cooked. And when you make it in the empanada, inside the empanada, everything goes to the oven, it will warm up again, okay? So don't worry about that. Okay. So I have the sweet bell peppers here. And then I'm going to add all of the spices. Pretty much, it's just a pinch. Okay, pretty much all of the spices, salt, crushed pepper, oregano, paprika, it's kind of like one pinch. Okay? Yes.
And this recipe is on is for how many bananas?
Okay, this is for 6.
That's perfect.
Just for
That's same as the,
Yes, it says there, gel 6 empanadas of 4 inches long. 4 inches long, okay? Okay. So here another interesting part about this recipe. So I have all the condiments here. We're so used to condiment the meat, right? Salt and pepper the meat, right? So for this recipe, you're gonna season the onion. Okay? This is called sofrito in Argentina. It's called sofrito. If you like cumin, add cumin to this, if you like it. I'm from Mexico, but it doesn't mean that I grew up with cumin. I didn't grow up with cumin, so it's very hard for me, for my taste, to like, eat it. I never buy cumin, but if you buy it, go for it. That's one more spicy that you can add here, okay? So I threw all of the condiments, paprika, oregano, crushed red pepper, and salt, okay? So now I'm going to add the meat. This is just ground beef, okay? And you can get the one of your preference. If you like lean, if you don't, you can also substitute for pork. If you like ground pork or ground chicken, go for it, okay? You're the chef at home and you can do anything you like, It's not about just following a recipe. I'm just giving you the basics, okay? I'm giving you the basics, but you do whatever you want to do with your food, okay? Perfect. Okay. So when it comes to this point, I'm not gonna leave the stove. Okay? Don't leave the stove. You're gonna be right here. And let me tell you something. Everything about cooking, it's about preparation. It's about getting all the ingredients together first. It's not like, oh, now I'm gonna chop something. I know, like my mom used to do that. I grew up watching her like that. But I believe that you get a better experience, like when you prepare everything and then you're just like throwing and mixing, okay? So I'm telling that right now, I'm just like, kind of like chopping the meat because I don't want to see any big piece of meat, okay? When I buy the empanada, it has to be very like small, I don't want nothing like a chunk of meat there. Okay. So I'm just, and this you have to cook it at the high heat, okay? Not low, high heat, because we don't want to create like too many juices in here, okay? I believe there is like it's light. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay. Okay. So how do I know when the meat is done? When I don't see any pink, no more pink, no more red. That is when I know it's done. So I continue chopping. And then I'm gonna add the parsley. Chicken broth. You don't have to cook the entire breast, chicken breast to chicken bouillon. This is how much you need. You don't need a lot. So if you have beef broth, use beef broth, okay? Or chicken. It should be fine. Okay, so I'm just gonna add the broth because I want the meat to be a little bit like juicy, okay? It's not gonna turn out so juicy, just a little. Okay. Any questions so far? No? No. It's smelling good, right? And let me tell you, these, like, I'm gonna make six empanadas, and you're gonna have some leftover of these fillings, okay? You have leftover. You just need a slice of sourdough, toasted, put it on top, chimichurri, delicious, delicious. It tastes very good. Okay. Okay, perfect. Oh, can I borrow one of your disposable plates? Okay, So this is done. I'm turning out the heat. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm gonna, thank you. So what I really recommend to do, you guys have to transfer this filling to another container, okay? Because we want it to cool down before we add the rest of the ingredients. What are the rest of the ingredients that I'm missing here? And hard-boiled, perfect. So again, hard-boiled egg, you can make it ahead of time, right? How do you guys do your hard-boiled egg? Got it. What is it? Hard-boiled egg? Okay, so the hard-boiled egg, the way, well, I learned this way. You put water in a pan, in a pot, water in a pot, and I add like a tablespoon of baking soda. Baking soda, when it's cold. Then I put the eggs, put it in the stove, cover it, high heat. Once it starts like boiling, I lower it, and then I set my timer for 15 minutes. Yes,
My mom would put salt in the water instead of baking soda. That's still the
probably, I never done salt. I never done it with salt, but probably it will boil. Do you know why she used to do that?
And she would just tell me, repeat what you do.
Okay. Well,
Okay, back. But I don't.
keep them from cracking. Okay, I haven't done that with the salt. I do it with the baking soda because it helps when you are removing the shell.
Hey, I've had so much trouble the last few years with that.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. I forget.
It's okay.
Perfect. Yes, so, oh, thank you.
A teaspoon of.
Yeah, a teaspoon of baking soda,
¿La
or
pago?
tablespoon, depending on how much,
¿La pago?
how many, está pagado.
Oh.
No, así está bien, No, no.
No, la dejo que sí.
Ya, ya, ya.
La abanico.
Yeah, así está bien.
Okay.
Yeah, está conectada, right? Okay, so, yeah, like I said, that is gonna help you when it's, ready. Sometimes it's hard, right? It's like we're unpeeling the egg. Like, you're bringing everything with the shell, right? Like, I don't like that. So once it's boiling, you, lower the heat 15 minutes, then turn it off, 3 more minutes, let it rest there, and then you put it in ice water. Okay, that's the way I do it. That's the way it's easy to like peel, and you have to peel them right after the ice water. If you put them back in the refrigerator with the shell, I feel like it's harder, or it's been harder for you. Okay. Okay, so now I have my dough. It rested, and like I said, I need 6 pieces here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna cut in 6, half, and then 3 pieces. You can eyeball it this, or you can use a scale, right? You can use a scale to be more like accurate, right? To have like all of them the same size. Okay, so right now I'm just rounding this. I know this one is already a little bit smaller, but okay. And I'm kind of like rounding this kind of like a ball, but I'm using this part of my hand. Okay, this part. I'm not using my palm. I'm using this part. I'm closing my fingers, and I'm going like this. Okay. So you have to round them, all of them here. Let's see. Just to give them a shape, okay? It doesn't have to be perfect, okay? Just to give them a shape. Okay. Okay, so I have the flyers here. Right. Okay. Good. So I believe they're all like even. Okay, I believe they're all even. It's a little bit smaller. But like I said, you can use a scale if you want, just to make them the same. Okay, so you are gonna need a rolling pin. You guys are familiar with the wooden rolling pin, right? So this one is just, I used to use this one for, when I used to do cakes, to work with fondant. That's why it looks like different, right? But you can use just the regular wooden rolling pin. So I'm just gonna roll this dough to make a desk, okay? So this is maybe like 4 inches. Okay. Or you can use one of this. This is to make tortillas. Have you guys seen this? Yes? Okay. So you guys need a parchment paper just to place the desk, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to press here. And then when I have the desk, I'm just gonna lift it and put it on a baking sheet with parchment paper, okay? Or you can use that wax paper, right? Wax paper. That's gonna prevent the dough to get like stick, right? It's okay, if they don't turn like very, very big, it's okay, because this dough is very stretchy, okay? It's gonna stretch. Even like shrinks, but it stretches at the same time. So, okay. So what you want, you just want the desk. So let's say you have your cookie sheet, parchment paper, put all the desk, and then put like wax paper, or or even like saran wrap. That works very well too.
And where can you find that?
Oh, you know what? It's funny. Well, you can find them at any like Mexican grocery store. Amazon. I got it from Amazon. Yes. Yes. And they have like I like this one really like. I really, yeah, I really like this one from Amazon because it's very light. It's not heavy. Usually the ones like the original ones are so heavy, right? Yes, I mean, it's nice too, and it works very well. The original one works very well too. But I mean, this one is very light, and I really love it. I think it does the job. Okay, so I have the filling here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add the rest of the ingredients, right? I'm just gonna toss it back here, so it's easier for me just to stir. This is not hot anymore. I'm doing this just because of the space, right? But if you have a bigger container where you're gonna cool it down, you put it there. Okay, so I have my chopped, my chopped hard-boiled egg, and then the green olives. This one have the red pepper inside and no seed, okay? No seed.
You say those green olives got red pepper in there?
Yeah, the one that has red pepper inside. Yeah, stuff, exactly, stuffed pepper, yeah, stuffed olive. Okay, so I'm just like mixing this here. So I have my filling ready, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna put it on the side. So now I'm gonna have you guys use your imagination. Well, first, before that, okay, you guys are familiar with making breaded chicken, right? Breaded chicken, like it's kind of like a station, right? You need your flour, egg, and crumbs, right? Kind of like the same here. Flour, egg. This egg is gonna be to paint pretty much the empanada before we bake it, okay? And then, I need a little bit of water. Now I need a little bit of water, please. Yeah, with the. Yes, thank you. Okay, so I just need a little bit of water here and my egg wash. Now I need a, pastry brush, okay? That's for the egg wash. And like I said, I'm gonna. Right, so when you guys go and get an empanada, do they have like different flavors, different fillings? I'm sorry?
Yes.
Different fillings, right? Oh, yeah, just a little bit. You don't need a lot, just a little bit. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's say you make these empanadas and you wanna surprise all your family and guests, and now you wanna make maybe like a breakfast empanada, okay? How about scrambled eggs and maybe, I don't know, chorizo? Something like a breakfast type of, what is it, empanada? Yeah, so let's think about it, probably egg, right? And also when you place the empanadas, you need a cookie sheet. And I really recommend to buy the silicone mats. There are like bigger sizes. You can, now that the holidays are coming, right? They have a lot, and then sometimes the sales, but I like them. I like it because it's better than using parchment paper. Parchment paper, I don't know if that happened to you, that it burns,
Yeah.
right? It burns.
Crumble over.
I'm like, how come? I feel like when you get it at a like bakery supplier store, it's better quality, but still, it's still, I feel like it always burns. So that's why I like to use silicone mats. And you can wash them, reuse them anytime, and you will have a very good final product, okay? So here you need like a 1 tablespoon of filling for this size of empanada, okay? And you need to, with your finger, just to wet the side of the circle, right? The side of the empanada. And you're gonna lift it. And you're gonna meet the edges just to make like a half moon, right? Okay. And now you don't need to have a skill to do this. You can use the fork. Most of us know the fork technique, right? For the apple pie. Okay. So let's say this is my breakfast empanada. And a lot of places do this, even like in Argentina, because they want to know which filling it's in the empanada. Okay. People there, they get so mad when like customers go back and they say, oh, no. Can you change it because I ordered this and it wasn't that, like they wanna, like whatever they sell, it is like nothing that, oh, can you give me another one? Like they wanna make sure they make like a sign for whatever they want to buy, So, okay, so that was my, let's say, breakfast empanada. So now how about maybe a chicken empanada, okay? So like I said, you can use, well, in Argentina, they use like an adobo with chipotle. And same, remember the sofrito that I show you how to make with the onion and the spices and the red bell pepper? That's the sofrito first, then the chicken, okay? And like I said, you can, like, if you have a filling that you make, you can just put it inside the empanada. I like this recipe of the dough because it's very, how can I say it? It's plain, it's like universal. Like it goes with, it's not salty, it's not sweet. It goes with any filling you want, even like a sweet filling, okay? So I just meet the edges, and now with my 3 fingers here, I'm just gonna close here. I'm gonna lift, yes, I'm lifting here, and then I'm pinching. Gonna do the same, lift and then pinch. I'm gonna do the same all the way through. So that way I know this is my chicken, right? Empanada. And I like it because it's like a different design, right? Chicken empanada. Perfect. Now I'm gonna make maybe how about an easy one that you don't have to cook a filling? A ham and cheese, right? So you just need to pretty much make like a little sack, like, oh, the ham or turkey, whatever, with cheese. Just wrap it or maybe chop it. So again, you meet the edges. And for this one, look at this one. I'm just gonna churn here. Yes. Yes, okay. So a little bit of water here just to glue it. And this is my ham and cheese. Yes, perfect. Okay. Now I'm gonna make, oh, this is a very popular one in Argentina. It's called humita. And this one goes with the same sofrito, corn and cheese, like Parmesan cheese and mozzarella cheese. So it's kind of like a creamy corn inside, corn with cheese. It tastes delicious. So let's make that one. So I'm just gonna pinch here. You guys see one side here? Yes. And then I'm gonna bring this side over here, kind of making like a triangle. Yes, exactly. Okay. Bless you. Perfect. So I have this other one here. Then I'm gonna do the traditional one, the beef filling, right? So in Argentina, kind of like, I always compare it with like, even like the tacos, like in US, the hot dogs, right? Like, oh, different areas, different cities or, you know, states, they prepare their own way, the hot dogs, right? Like here, the Chicago style hot dogs, right? But in Mexico, it's the tacos. Or different regions of the Mexican Republic, the tacos are, you know, like the favorite one or the best one in different areas. So in Argentina, for the beef empanada, some areas do potato instead of green olives. So if you have potato, you don't like green olives, throw it in there, you know, it's gonna taste delicious. Okay, so I'm gonna make the traditional beef. Oh, I didn't put any water. Just like I said, a little bit. And I don't do it with the pastry brush because if I do it with that, it's gonna add a lot of water, okay? And you guys see this is a baby empanadas, right? This is kind of like a snack. In Argentina, they sell different type of, different sizes of empanadas. So you guys see, I'm just like pressing and bringing it in. Kind of like doing like a rope. You guys see it? Like a rope. So I just press and bring it in, okay? So in Argentina, so empanadas comes from the word in Spanish, empanar, that means wrap in bread. So that's what we're doing, wrapping in bread. And it started, it wasn't originally from Argentina, it was from Spain. But the people in Argentina were wrapping their food to send it to their husband to go to work or the kids to go to school for lunch. Okay, so that's the original. And you know what's funny? There is even like a national empanada day. It's April 18th, and they sell big. And they sell like this size, bigger, you know, like there are so many sizes. And like I said, that from the beginning, you want to make them bigger, go for it, okay? So you just have to double everything. And this one, let's do maybe like a sweet a sweet empanada? How about a guava and cheese? Like Quincy paste? Quincy or Quincy paste, I don't know how to say it, right? So let's say for that one, you mix the paste with the cream cheese, you mix it with a fork or something, and then you put it in the middle, okay? So now I'm gonna close it. What is it? I'm gonna close it. Now I'm going to do the same shape like I did for the traditional one. Okay, the same shape like I did for the traditional one. And I'm gonna make a little extra design here. So you need one of these knives.
Yeah.
That has, these pointy things. And then you're gonna make these designs here. You're just gonna press the knife, kind of like to make a quilt. Yes? And now I'm going to close it. I love it. I love this one. I think this is my favorite one. And it's interesting how, like, even if I'm making them all the same feeling, when you try different shapes,
Yeah.
it tastes different. For real. I don't know what it is, but it tastes different. It tastes different. And if you guys go to San Antonio, Texas, I used to live there. I'm just gonna turn the oven. Oh, hold on. Bake. So you have to bake it at 390 Fahrenheit degrees. I'm gonna go 15 minutes. So here I'm just setting up for 15 minutes, okay? But when you bake it at home, it's gonna be longer time. This is a conventional convection oven, the one that you have at home, conventional. So it's gonna take a little bit longer, okay? So at this point, I have all my empanadas. Picture. Alejandra. Know what you want a picture?
Yeah.
Or maybe after?
Oh.
Yes, you guys can come and see the. Let's see. No, what?
That one looks like a flower.
Which one?
Like a tulip, like a flower.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. Some have told me that, like, the Noki one.
It's a work of art.
It is an art.
Or like a wonton.
Yes, I want them to, yes. That's like before, right? Before we bake that.
A
Okay.
ver, me falté yo.
Ándale. Yeah, okay, so now I have my egg wash, over it. I have my egg wash. And the egg wash, so you just need one egg and a teaspoon of water. Okay, just to like break it down a little bit. You're just gonna mix it a little bit. Okay, just the entire thing. Some people like to use just egg yolk. I like to just throw everything in there because what am I gonna go? I can cook the egg white, right? It's okay. Okay, so now you have to paint this. So Alejandra, I have a question. How do you want to do it with the samples? Do you want to bring them here or do you want to serve them? Over there? Okay, just, okay. I'll let you know. I'll let you know when, okay? Give me 1 second. Okay. So, and for example, let's say, very important that I forgot to mention. So this dough, I'm gonna bake the empanadas. I'm gonna bake them, but you can fry them too. But don't do the egg wash. Okay? No egg wash, just like that with the eggs, without, and then you throw them in the fryer. Yeah.
Take better fry.
You know what?
It's healthier.
Okay. So, like I said from the beginning, I had the option, right, to do this class fry.
Yeah.
but I don't really eat a lot of fried food at home. So that's your preference.
Yeah.
There are people that they like fried, go for it, why not? They taste crunchy. Okay? Deep fry, no air fry, deep fry, okay? And I'm saying no deep fry because pretty much you're baking them. Right?
Yeah.
You're baking them, I don't know, like, it would make like a big difference, but I think it's better just to bake them. And baking them is healthier, right, than deep frying them, but they taste delicious. One time I tried to go to like a place where they sell Argentinian empanadas, and they were selling them fried. And I was like, oh, I don't want to try them fried. I want to try them baked. So it's up to you, you know? I mean, if you like fried, go for it. They will taste delicious too, but like in a different way, you know, like. Okay. Perfect. I'm just gonna wait for the oven to be ready and have, yes, question.
They asked if, they're good to freeze. They can freeze before or after?
Okay. So at this point, let's say this recipe is so easy. It's so easy. You can, if you're gonna keep them in the refrigerator, like all in the shape, you know, just cover them with saran wrap, but don't put the egg. Okay? Or you bake them, just let them be at room temperature, egg wash, and then bake. You can freeze them, but I feel like it's just like too much. You can freeze them, and same thing, you know, just let them thaw in the refrigerator and egg wash and bake. It's gonna be fine. The only thing about that is that when you freeze them already, like with the cream and everything, the shape, you have to wait until they are like very hard to maybe put them in a bag. Sometimes we don't have enough room in our freezer, right? And they have to be, right? They have to be like for them to get hard, like laying, and then you can put them in a bag. You can freeze them that way, just to save room, you know, in your freezer. Also, you can freeze just this, right? I show you how to roll it, or I show you how to do it with a tortilla maker. Do the desk, put a wax paper or plastic saran wrap, and then you can put them in a Ziploc bag, freezer. When you're ready to make them, you have to let them thaw, right? In the refrigerator. It's kind of like when you want to thaw chicken, right? You put it in the refrigerator and then you use like the same thing. Okay. So now I'm going to make the chimichurri while the oven is ready, and then we'll do the samples, okay? Okay, so perfect. So for the chimichurri, I need warm water, okay? This one I don't need it too hot. Okay, just one. And then, okay, this is what you're gonna do. You have a container, salt, and then I'm gonna add the water. And I'm gonna do kind of like the same thing I did with the dough, right? I added the water to the salt to dissolve it. So I'm gonna do the same. So here's my warm water. I'm going to dissolve the salt. And I'm going to add the crushed pepper. And let me tell you something else. In Argentina, they don't eat spicy food. Okay, it's just very bland in Argentina. But like this recipe, like some people do it, you know, some people do it kind of like their preferences, but they eat a very, like, not very spicy food. And this one, when you try it, it's not gonna be very, very spicy, okay? So I'm adding now the oregano. So why am I using water? Because I want to hydrate the herbs, okay? No, oregano. Oregano. Uh-huh. Oh, by the way, the recipe for the chimichurri is right here in bold letters, okay? I'm sorry if they are very small, but I try to fit everything in one page. Okay, so it says the same way, it's the order of the, where I place the ingredients, that's the same way you're gonna put it here. So 1 water, salt, oregano, and now I'm going to add garlic, chopped, very finely chopped garlic, okay? You can use the garlic presser, right? The presser, you can use it. Because you don't want a big piece of garlic, right? When you eat it, when you eat the chimichurri, you don't want a big garlic. So very fine. And then black pepper, right? Black pepper. Parsley, it says 4 tablespoons of chopped parsley. So I chopped it. Of course, you have to wash it and remove the stem. Okay. Now I'm gonna add vinegar. So you can use, if you use red wine vinegar, right? Like if you buy it on a regular basis, go for it, okay? I think that gives like a better taste or a different way, but it's both are good. Or if you have white vinegar, that I'm pretty sure most of us have white vinegar, go for it. Or you can use lime juice, okay? Just to put like a little bit of acid to the sauce. So white vinegar, you mix it all. And now I need canola oil or vegetable oil. But not the one, it's a very like extra virgin olive oil. That's the one I use for the meat, but not for the chimichurri. Because if you use that one, it's gonna kill all of the flavors, all of the spices, everything. It's gonna kill the flavor. And also, let me tell you one more thing. Don't use apple cider vinegar, okay? Because it's kind of like a fruit. It's fruity. It's gonna kill all of the flavors, okay? So it's either red wine vinegar or white vinegar, then the olive oil or canola or vegetable oil here. And extra, not extra, because you know it's very strong, right? It has like a very strong flavor. You need like a very neutral, what is it? Very neutral oil. Okay. You ready for samples? Yes. My mouth is watering now. Okay, so, and that's it. Your chimichurri is ready. You can put it on top of meat, on a toasted bread. Okay, it's delicious. This one I made it just previously. So I'm just gonna pass. Can I pass you? Oh, okay, they're coming. And then you guys can sample the empanada. They're all beef, same recipe that I made. And you guys are welcome to try either or of the chimichurris are the same recipe. Just this one just made, right? And before we end up this class, I just wanna mention that so my business, when you're ready, Alejandra, can you come get the chimichurri? Okay. So you guys have my information here. If you ever have a question, you're free to contact me. I'll get back to you. My business is Violet Velvet Cooking Classes, and I do presentations only through the library, so it's completely free. If you don't mind, I will appreciate if you can do like a Google review or rate the program. That will help me to know, if you guys like the program, maybe any suggestion that you might have. You can either scan the QR code or go to Google Maps and type in Violet Velvet cooking classes, and you'll find me, and then whatever. And also, if you go there to the Google page, under by owner, you will see where I'm gonna be next. Okay, I don't have like a website yet, but you will know, oh, she's gonna be next in this, you go, and they can get whatever. Now, I recommend when you get the empanada, I really recommend to put the chimichurri on top of the empanada, okay? So that way you get a better taste, or you can put it on the side if you are kind of like, oh, I'm gonna take it easy, you know? Sometimes try new food is, like, you wanna be careful too, right? But, okay, so, perfect, my microphone is back. So do you guys see the fried empanada has a different cream? Yes, and you notice that it has a different cream? That's because when they made this, they use an empanada presser. Okay? Those, you can find them on Amazon too. There are different sizes also. And it's cute. It's kind of like a tortilla maker, but it's round. And it has like a little dent in the middle to put the filling. And then has a handle, you close it, press it, and it gives you that cream. Okay? And also you can make something similar like that with a knife. Okay? Use the knife, the side of the knife. And it's kind of like I did with the fork. Just use the knife and go here, go around. It will give you a design. Okay? And I was gonna tell you, I mentioned something about San Antonio, Texas, right? Yeah. So there are these immigrant couple that came from Argentina, and they opened up a restaurant, and it didn't work. They were selling the empanadas, it didn't work. Then they opened up a food truck. It was a hit. So people were like, they didn't know what an empanada was. And then they are there in San Antonio. And you know what? The size of their empanada is like this big. Yes, it's a full meal. Right now it's like a little snack, right? But it's a full meal. It's like I'm gonna say, yeah, it's big. It's very big. It's very heavy. And they are called fat tummy. And they call it that way because they are big empanadas, you know, that's the only reason. And they have so many different fillings. And I'm saying because if you ever go there, you can, you know, take a look or maybe go on their website, what do you say, Fat Tummy, and they have different fillings. It can give you an idea, right? Fat Tummy, or like I said, you just create your own in San Antonio, Texas. Like I said, they are like originally from Argentina. Yeah, they're good. Okay, so here's the final empanadas. They baked in 15 minutes. You can just check on the bottom. You know, they look very brown. They're glossy, like Alejandra said, they look glossy. And you know what's interesting too? These empanadas, when you put them, they feel hard, right? But when you try them, they're not that hard. And then when you put them in the refrigerator, they will be hard, same like just baked. But you don't even need to warm it up. It's gonna taste delicious, okay? Like it's gonna be like, oh, I just wanna eat empanada just without warming it up. I mean, both ways, you know, warm and cold, it's gonna taste delicious. Yes. So, and like I said, like you will have like some leftover filling, but this one with a piece of, you know, toasted bread, it's delicious. And yeah, like if you guys ever make the recipe, you guys have my info. Send me a picture, send me an email. I made them. You will make me so happy to know that you guys made them and the recipe. I'm 100% sure that it's gonna turn out well. Well, thank you so much for coming.
You.
No, thank you. Do you mind getting like a group picture?